Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Oasis 13. So, today the topic is meditation, and I had a previous recording with a friend, and we had a very good and long conversation about meditation, and it was great. However, the recording was made in Indonesia, and the elements would not let me be great. So instead of putting out that recording, which is just the quality is not good, I tried. I really tried. Um, I'll just talk about my personal experience with meditation. But of course, I wanted to get um, someone else's perspective on it, so it's just not me here talking. So here is a recording of Kobe Bryant and his practice of meditation.
I meditate every day. I meditate every day, and I do it in the mornings, and I do it for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I think it's important because it sets me up for the rest of the day. It helps me. It's like having an anchor. It's if I don't do it, I feel like I'm constantly chasing the day, as opposed to being able to be controlled and dictate the day. Not that you're calling the shots on what comes forward, but the fact that I am set and ready for whatever may come my way. I have a calmness about whatever comes my way and a poise. And that comes from starting the morning off with meditation. For me, it's really just listening to my inner self. I mean, that's basically it. Like you sit in silence and you just allow these thoughts to come forward, and you get a chance to observe the self and things that may be lying beneath the surface that if you don't have that time to sit quietly on your own, you'll never pay attention to.
Wow. Like I love how he put that. Like when he meditates, it sets him up for the day. It's like an anchor. And that's really what it is. It's like because it gives you that base, you know? It gives you that base to start your day with. And like he said, whatever comes to you, you can't control. But when you meditate and you sit to yourself in the morning, you'll be able to handle whatever comes to you better because you'll be able to look at it as an observer instead of just, oh, this is happening to me. You'll be able to look at the situation from an observable standpoint and make a better decision as to how to move forward. So specifically how meditation has helped me. Um, I used to deal with anxiety. And I didn't know what it was when I was younger. I just knew I would get really nervous and um, I would just think about things too much before they happened. And so I want to say I started getting into meditation and breathing exercises when I don't remember exactly. I feel like everything came when I went to college. When I started college, that's when I really looked into a whole bunch of things. So it may have been at that time, but I feel like it was before that. But anyways, um, yes, I would have anxiety, and I would think like, oh my gosh, if people are talking about me and all of this, just dumbness. And when I started learning breathing techniques to just breathe, breathe in, breathe out slowly, and to just be able to center myself and At first when you first start, a lot of thoughts come. You let them come, and then you let them leave, and then you let them come, and then you let them leave. And as you continue to sit there, it, I don't know. I wish I could explain it. It's just like, it takes a while. It takes a while because we have a lot of thoughts. It's so much information, and especially this time right now, we are being bombarded with so many things every day, all day, So it takes a lot for you to get to the point where you're just still with yourself, you know. It takes practice. It takes, like, you have to do it, consistently on a constant basis. Um, but once you get to that point, it's just like you realize that all of these outside things are that they are outside things, and um, you can change your perspective of how you relate and um, react to these things. Either you're going to allow every little thing that comes to you that you see online, either you're going to allow every little thing to affect you in a way, and obviously with everything that's going on, that probably won't be beneficial, or you're going to be able to look at it from a different standpoint, and it doesn't mean like being uh you're not being emotional or you're being emotionless or any of that, but it does mean that you just give yourself a different perspective, because there's a time to act in your emotion, and there's a time when you have to look at things differently to be able to find the next steps to go, you know? So um, as much as I am for productivity and working hard and being consistent and being dedicated, I'm also for taking time to center yourself, and because you have to figure out, like the next step, what's the best step. You have to find clarity within yourself to know the best next thing to do, or else you are just going to be a sponge of outside influences, and you're not gonna, everything's just going to be so loud in your mind, you're not gonna know the difference between the outside influences and your own self, you know? So, yeah, meditation has definitely helped with my anxiety. Whenever I feel that, I have been able to adapt that technique of just breathing, coming back to my center and um, realizing that that this is all a, I don't want to say, realizing that although I cannot control the events that happen in my life, I can control how I react to them. And realizing that these things are meant to happen for a reason, and also we have to learn what we're meant to learn from these things that are happening. So, yeah, that is my little thing on meditation. I think it's just it's very beneficial for us to start practicing that as communities, because again, when we heal ourselves, not only are we healing ourselves, but when each individual heals themselves, it automatically heals the community, because communities are made up of individuals. So if each person is able to start the day from a clear state and be able to look at situations objectively instead of just reacting to things that happen, then Top with being consistent and dedicated. All right. Top with healing. Man, listen. Top with financial stability. Man, look, come on. Top with being healthy. Okay. I'm just really excited because I think we're learning as a community the things that we need to do to be better. And again, meditation is one part, but you also got to do the other parts. So yeah, man, I hope that we all begin to look into different ways to deal with things. And if meditation has helped you in any way, share it with me. Okay, thank you for listening.